Hi guys, welcome back to another video. If you're interested in the Essex Boys case, please like and subscribe to this, my new channel, to receive instant updates on newly released content. Please give the video a thumbs up and feel free to comment and give feedback on the content, and feel free to request any material you may wish to see in the future, and I'll do my best to publish what I can. As mentioned in my previous video, Crime Scene to Courtroom is now back, and if you're not aware, this is by far the best and most informative channel to date on the Essex Boys case. If you're interested, then head over and you can see some really great material. It's Crime Scene number two, and then Courtroom. Crime Scene to Courtroom. So, today's video is transcript of telephone calls between Micheal Steele and undercover police. Now, this occurred during 1996 whilst the murder investigation was underway. Undercover officers harassed Micheal Steele and also harassed Sarah Saunders, Pat Tate's ex-girlfriend, who actually went to police herself to report the abuse. Police officers certainly sailed extremely close to the wind in their conduct involving these phone calls, and the threats made to Micheal Steele alone, in my eyes, border on criminality itself. The police were desperately trying to get Mickey to slip up and either confess to some involvement in the killings or admit smuggling drugs, neither of which he did. In fact, he managed to record some of the calls himself. Many of you may, I'm sure many of you have heard the audio to that, but if you haven't, I'll play it at the end of this video. So, of course, the police ultimately failed in their plan. So in this video, I'll be reading the transcript of two calls which occurred one after the other on the same day back in February '96. And the transcript reads as follows. I'm a serving police officer who, for the purposes of this operation, is known as Billy. It is 6:49 p.m. on the 9th of February 1996, and I'm about to phone a person that is known to me as Micheal Steele, or Mickey the Pilot, in relation to a triple murder in Essex, 1995. I will now replace the receiver. Hello? Mickey? Oh, fuck off. Hello? 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 It is now 6:50 p.m. I rang Micheal Steele and he has just said, oh, fuck off. I believe I'll ring him again. Hello? 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 Mickey? What do you fucking... Hello? Hello? Mickey? It's Billy here. A friend of, an associate of mine who rang you. I think you may have got the wrong idea, Mickey, because I don't want to annoy you in any way, but what has actually happened, if you can give me a couple of seconds of your time to explain to you, three people who were mutual acquaintances of ours have quite a considerable amount of money. Yeah, for a commodity which from time to time we got from them. Yeah. Now, no doubt, due to their own greed or whatever, somebody obviously took umbrage at them and goodbye them. But unfortunately, I'm left in the situation that my organisation has lost a considerable amount of money, and also we have no commodity. Now, I know that has nothing to do with you, but I was given your name. By who? Well, I mean, I don't want to talk on the phone, Mick. That's that. Well, there's no way I'm speaking to anybody, and what amazes me is this, yeah, is, for first, whoever's given you my name, yeah, amazes me, and if you've given people money, just tell me something. What sort of money are you talking about? Well, it's quite a large sum of money. How much? Sorry, how much? It's about, well, 40,000 pounds. Yeah? And the problem is, I hold a sort of what would be equivalent as a manager's director's post in my organisation, you know? Yeah? And the people that I'm sorry, one of my associates I know talk to you and may have been a wee bit abrupt to you, but some of them just find it hard to swallow. But as I was explaining it to them, Mickey, I don't believe that's any direct fault of yours that they have lost their money. It's got absolutely nothing to do with me. Yeah, yes, well, and I don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah. And what amazes me, if you or your company, whoever it is, has given people money, yeah. I mean, why are you ringing me? I don't know. Well, I cannot help you. Let me tell you where I reckon the money is. Shall I tell you? Yeah. I think the police have got it. The police have got it? Yeah. Well, we had. Let me tell you something, right? One of the gentlemen you're talking about, had money in his home. Now his girlfriend, right? Has been trying to claim that money back. Yeah. And they will not give it back to her. And they said that it's got to go probate. Now then, we understand as well, I've heard from these people, that the other person had a large amount of money. Yeah. Now then, when the police went to his home, there was obviously his wife there. Now then, whether they got the money or not, I don't know. But if it was like the previous person had nobody at his home, they searched the premises and they took the money. Yeah. And they will not release it. Now then, in the other situation, I'll tell you his name, Tony Tucker, if that's who you're talking about. Right, now then, he, what I understand, wasn't at home when they raided his property and turned his house over. Now I would imagine the money must be in their good hands. Yeah, well, Mickey, I'll be honest with you. Now that's only an assumption. Yeah. An assumption. I've implied by what happened at the home of one of the persons when it was turned over. There was absolutely nobody there, and they took liberties. They went into the home and they took cash from the house. Yeah. Now then, the person who was entitled to it has spoken to me, and she tells me she can't get her hands on it for love nor money. Yeah. She's spent about £1,000 odd on funerals and burials. And when she's got to go now, just to go get it back, it's to produce evidence of what money she's spent to even get that money. Well, I mean, I honestly don't know why you're ringing me. I can't help you at all. Well, can I explain to you? Well, this is, I was hoping that we could have got something out of mutual benefit. I'll explain to you. I had sort of given up hope that the money for one was, I reckon that anyway, whenever the cunts had been at, they'd lost it or whatever, or done something, and yeah, and in any event, even if the fucking cunts, well, obviously you're talking to me about I don't know. See, yeah, I know, but I'm only explaining to you my predicament. So, I mean, if the cops have got it, unfortunately my personal circumstances just leave me that I'm unable to claim that money. Yeah? But what I'm saying is, well, why? What I would be interested in, and what I was led to believe, you see, was that that in actual fact, the commodity in which we were dealing with, it had in actual fact these, or well, shall we call them friends, use the word loosely, that they're actually we're able to get that from you see? Now that amazes me, yeah? That totally amazes me, because that's totally untrue. Yeah, well. And what amazes me even more, what makes me suspicious about you people, is that you've got my phone number and that you're ringing me over it. Now that makes me suspicious. Well, I mean, Mickey, the best way to... I mean, who gave you my phone number? Well, Who gave you my phone number? Well, I will tell you that if I see you. No, I'm not speaking or seeing anybody. To be honest with you, I've got nothing and absolutely sweet sod all to do with what you're talking about. You see, Mickey, I mean, what I would really prefer is that you could possibly come to Belfast. Listen, yeah, you must be joking. What do I want to go to Belfast for? Well, we were thinking. I don't know what you're talking about. This is what irritates me, you see? Yeah, but I mean, well, I presume you were in business, and no, I am not. Well, no. Well, X. So tell me something. Excuse me for saying, Mickey. I actually think you were. I mean, my organisation. Well, but listen. Yeah. Don't talk to me about organisations. Yeah. And what else have you? Well, see, somebody's given you my phone number. It's not John McCarthy, is it? Well, I've known him. I know him, but I'm not actually an associate of his. Well, how did you get my phone number? I'm not actually an associate of his, but I know him. Well, you're not an associate of mine, and by the sounds of it, yeah. How the hell you was ever an associate of the other three, I do not know. Well, I mean, I find it hard to believe what you're saying. Yeah, extremely hard. And I take umbrage that you start ringing me up, insulting me, well, insinuating over the phone that I had something to do with what the money is, and when I was going to buy, well, you buy something with it, I assume? Well, yeah, I mean, now, you listen, you haven't had no dealings with me at all. I don't know you from Adam. Yeah, and I can assure you that I don't hold this money. In fact, I soddle when it comes to actual events. Yeah. And I can tell you now, I know absolutely nothing about it. And if this money is about, I would go finding the person's wife. Yeah. Because she surely must be hiding it. Now that is a guarantee. If you've given it to them, she must have it or know where it is. Well, if she hasn't got it, the police are taking it from the property. Yeah, but I was trying to say to my friends, Mickey, that in actual fact, I didn't want them to go looking for the money. Yeah, because I mean, as far as I can see, there's been enough grief one way or another. Yeah, but it's not over your money though. No, well, I wouldn't like to think it would be no, obviously. I mean, well, I shouldn't ask if I wouldn't think that it was. No, but, I mean, I don't want to be rude to anybody. Yeah, but put yourself in my situation. You ring me up, you give me your phone, well, you've been given my phone number, and technically you're harassing me over something I know nothing about. Now then, I can only give you my word that I don't know sweet sod all about your money. I don't have your money. Since I don't have your money, that's a guarantee. I don't want aggravation from it. No. That's like when your friend rang me here the other day. I mean, yes, his attitude. First of all, when he did ring me, I laughed that somebody was ringing me from Belfast who had my phone number. Now that I assume that you've gotten this from somebody like John McCarthy. Well, you see, now I can't see the other people wanting to give. Why would they want to give you? You tell me. Who gave you my phone number? Or are you a policeman? You're great, Mickey. Well, no, Mickey. I tell you, all I was interested in, you see, was trying to recoup some money. Now, if you're telling me, I'll accept if you're saying to me you haven't got the money and you know nothing about the money. Why would I have it? This is what I can't understand. Well, what I can't accept is that through a very close associate of mine who I've known for some time, tells me you were the supplier of the commodity. Do you think? Yeah. Well, you're wrong. Well, I would have great difficulty in trying to tell my friends that you don't have anything to do with that, you know. And I was hoping that we could have come to some arrangement. That's why I was going to meet you myself. If you couldn't have come here, that I would go to you, but I'm trying to recoup some of this mess which we have. Well, hello? Oh, shit. It's now 7:04 and I'm ringing the number again as the call was cut off. I'm asking him to call me on my car phone. Mickey. Hello? Mickey, could Listen, have you a pen? Could you ring me on this number, that mobile of yours? I can hardly hear you. Look, hold on a minute. Just hold on a minute. Yeah. Right, what number? 01232. 01232 403 750. 403 what? 750. Yeah, what do you want me to do? Well, can you ring me? I can hardly hear you on the mobile. I'll ring you. End of call. Yeah. Okay, hello? 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 How's it going? Right, now then, what is it you want to say? 4 times, 5 times. Did you hear the news? No? Ah, God, apparently the ceasefire is over. Apparently there's a bomb over at Canary Wharf. Aye, it's maybe safer over here at the minute. It says what happened at Canary Wharf? Oh, a bomb apparently just went off. What did? A bomb. Did it? Aye. Huh. Well, listen, I'll tell you what it was, Mickey, anyway. I don't want you getting the wrong idea of this. Well, I'll tell you, because you're argy-barging and shouting and that. I'll tell you, look, we're in the shit creek up a paddle here, you know what I mean? We've lost, yeah? I mean, all I'm looking at on, and I mean, all right, you can say piss off and well, out there, but yeah, but look, listen, let me explain something. You've rung me out of the blue, yeah. Okay, now I don't know you. I've never heard of you, or even your story to me seems very, very far-fetched, right? Now then, what concerns me is somebody's given you my number. Yeah. Okay. And then you're going to tell me, they've told you, or somebody's told you certain things? Yeah. Right. Now, that obviously concerns me, because of obvious reasons. Right, the fact that now I mentioned to you John McCarthy. Yeah. And you tell me you know John McCarthy. No, I didn't say I knew John McCarthy. I thought you did. I said, I've knew of John McCarthy. Well, isn't that the same thing? No, I don't know him. I've never met him. I knew of him. You see, Mickey, it's just a way. I mean, we knew about you because of those dealings which these people were having with us. This is where you're wrong. Yeah, well, now listen, let me tell you something, Mickey. I would to say, look, I mean, if we're going to be honest and tell the truth about things, you're saying to me, I mean, there's things that you know, there's things that I could say to you. Do you know what I mean? We're not absolute lemons. I mean, I know Paddy's Paddy, you know what I mean? But we're not complete. No one's trying to take you for lemons. The thing is, look, yeah, listen, you obviously seem to be under the impression, yeah, that I've got your money. No, I'm not under that impression. I hope you haven't got my money. I hope you haven't got my money. I'm not under the impression you've got my money. What I'm trying to say to you is, but why are you ringing me? Well, I'll tell you why. Because you're the only link that I have with the commodities which we were getting. Now, but then again, you see, you're wrong. See, you've been told whatever you've been told, it's wrong. It's not accurate. You've been told lies. Well, that's going to disappoint me greatly. See, because I'll tell you why, right? Yeah. Now, if you really knew these people, yeah, really knew them, you would know where they got a lot of their commodities from. I do. Yeah? I do, yeah. You mean me? Yeah. No. No. See, this is where you're out of date. out of touch. Well, I mean, I'm not so much out of date. I mean, they're stiff. And unfortunately, I mean, violence to me, I hate things like that because violence to me, we have. Hold on a minute. Now, what are you telling me? You're not the cause of their demise, I hope. No, I mean, if the fact that you telling me you owe them 40, they owe you £40,000, well, they're fucking stiff, so that's fucking down the Swanee. Tell me, mate, when did you give them this money? Eh? When did you give them this money? Why? Well, I'm interested. Well, look, Mickey, I'll tell you what I'm interested in. I'll tell you what I'm interested in, and I don't like talking on the phone, but I mean, I have to. If you can't come to Belfast, I'll fly into any airport. But there's no point. Yeah, well, but what I can, I can't help you. Yeah, well, see, listen, it don't matter how. I just can't help you. I mean, I don't know where. Can you tell me, when did you give them this money? Well, Nicky, come on, tell me when you gave it to them. Could you think about it? Could you think about it? Ask a few friends. Yeah, right. And I think you'll find that my name, Wee Billy, and I can prove who I am. I mean, you're saying, I tell you, you seem to be, it took me, who am I? It took me some considerable time, Mickey. Yeah? To find you. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but listen, now, what I'm saying is, I'm not that hard to find, because I can be quite easily found. And if you ever want to find me, you go to Pat's Bar. Pat's Bar in Belfast city centre, alright? Oh yeah, but listen, I've never been to Ireland in my life. No, but you get whoever you find over here, you ask about me. But what I'm saying is, look, you don't understand. Yeah? You say it took some considerable time for you to find me. Yeah. Now, whoever's given you my phone number to contact me, I'd love to know when did you get told it? Yeah. Well, I mean, if you'd meet me, there's no point. Well, yeah. Well, if you meet me, I'll explain to you exactly. Well, you can explain to me over the phone because no, I don't want to do that. You don't understand. I don't want to get involved. Well, better not say on the phone. Well, there you are. I mean, like I said, I could be talking to a policeman. I don't know. Well, that's what I'm saying to you. Tell me something. That's why, Mickey. I will tell you, look, that's why it's very important that you know who you're talking to. Yeah, and let me explain something more to you. Yeah? This is where you've got it. I mean, that you don't understand. When you say talk to people, do you think that I'm a person? Now, who would I speak to? Yeah. You tell me who I speak to. Yeah. Now, what you don't understand, see now, you don't know me, obviously. Yeah. Never met me. I've never met you. You're Wee Billy? I've never heard of you. Yeah. Now, tell me something. Out of the three persons we're talking about, who did you actually deal with? Does it matter? Yeah, it makes a lot of difference. No, it doesn't matter, but it sort of puts me in the picture of a lot of things. Who did you actually deal with? Well, you mentioned his name earlier. Well, I mentioned two. Yeah, I mean, I only met the guy. Well, I didn't even meet them. I saw them once. Now, what I'm saying is, I can get the people, but all I'm saying, Mickey, look, I can get the people who deal with this to meet you if you want to meet them. But I told them, you don't understand. But I told them I wanted to try and sort this out for a mutual benefit but you don't understand. You get who you want to sort it out. Well, no, we don't want to. We don't want. That's what I'm saying to you. I don't people to sort out to say you did. We all know, I think, Mickey, where we stand in this and what I would ask you to do. And I mean, I'm not going to, You mean, but you're wasting your time. Yeah, well, because you're talking to somebody who just doesn't know who you're talking about. Well, look, I don't want to waste your time. Exactly, I don't want to waste yours. I don't want to waste your time, but I would like you to do is, I would like you to think about it. I can come over to see you because, what for? Tell me what for? Because I want to discuss this with you. Well, you must understand, you must, because I need to make a few pound out of this. We need to make a few pound. But you don't understand. See, now, this is what is beginning to give me the arsehole. You're coming back to me by the sounds of it. For what you say, £40,000 you've given to somebody else? I don't want anything for nothing, Mickey. I don't want anything for nothing. All I want to do is, look, you said, I don't know what you're talking about. Well, yeah, you say you don't. But what I tell you, I'm not gonna play with names or anything. All I want to do is, I want to try and get the commodity which I was getting off these people. Do you understand me? Yeah? Now, I've lost a lot of dough. Now, if you don't understand, if you can organise, how can I get their commodity? She doesn't know where they got it from or how they got it. I don't even know that. Well, I understood. And that was my understanding, that there's some people who feel a wee bit more strongly than I do. Yeah? That you were the person. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, they've been given a bum steer. Yeah. Well, you know, to be honest with you, I find what you're telling me incredible. Well, I would find that hard actually to convince these people. Well, well, I mean, I don't know. I don't really want to convince you. Well, Mickey, I mean, to be honest with you, let me tell you something. To be honest with you, Mickey, you know the score here. Well, I know it's exactly, yeah, you know the score. And I mean, what I'm saying. No, I don't know. See? Well, this is what amazes me. Who did you meet with? And when did you give them this 40 grand? Well, have I? Well, tell me where and when you gave it to and who you gave it to. Well, I'll do that. I'll tell you. Go on then. I'll tell you. If you think, because I think we've said enough on the phone at this moment in time, if you think it, you'll meet me, okay? And that's what you want to do. If you want to know the date and time. But there's no point. I will tell you the date and time. There's no point in telling me or meeting me. I'm not going to meet you. I mean, I don't want to get involved with anybody. Well, Mickey, unfortunately, that's what I'm saying. Unfortunately, you are involved. I am not. Yeah. Let me tell you something. This is the last time you ring me. Another little point as well I'm going to give you to tell him, right? I don't know if it's you or somebody else who spoke to me yesterday. Was it you? Who am I talking to now? You're Billy? Yeah. So, who would I speak to yesterday? John, yeah. Yeah, he said to me, did I know Oaklands? I said, yeah. Now let me tell you something. Oaklands is history. Yeah. So this is what I mean. But that, I know, he has got, what will I tell you? I will tell you, Mickey. That's what I'm saying to you. John gets a wee bit hot-headed. And John, you know, what I'm saying to you is, do you see this carry on? I mean, look, Mickey, I have to be honest with you. I mean, all I want to do is scrag up a few pounds. Now you're saying to me, no, piss off. No, you're getting it out of me. No, I'm not. I'm not looking for it out of you. But what I want to do, what that I know you can do. No, you do not know. And I know you can do it. That you, oh well, I know. No, you don't know. How do you know? Well, I believe the people that's telling me. I believe the people that are telling me. I believe the people that are telling me. You do? Yeah. Who's telling you? Well, I'll tell you when I see you who's telling me. No, you're not going to see me, mate. You're not going to see me. Yeah, well. So who's been telling you? Who's been telling you? Mickey, I want to see you because I'm going to have to see you. Because if I don't see you, you won't. I know these guys that's going to come and see you. Well, you send them, and you send them. You just be wasting your time. Because, well, like I said, Oakland's is history. Yeah, well. So, you know, I mean, and the thing is, don't keep ringing me up. Because what I'll do is I'll just change the fucking mobile number. Yeah, I'm not going to keep ringing you up. What I can tell you is, Mickey, I can tell you, Mickey, and I mean this, I'm not threatening you in any way whatsoever. Yeah? But the only way you're going to get away from... Get away? Yeah, from my people, I'm telling you. If you're stonewalling me, because I'm not listening to this shit. Yeah, I'm listening to your shit, mate. Well, I can tell you. Let me tell you something. You might emigrate. What? I don't have to emigrate. Because it's the only way I'm going to follow this up. You can't. Because I can't. Let me tell you, look, I'm trying to get this. I know, Mickey. You know the score here. You know the fucking score. So now I know exactly where we stand. I'm talking to some idiot, some cunt. Yeah. Right. Sorry. Whoever gave you my fucking number. Oh, well, don't use that. You want to go back to them and question them. Don't fucking ring me again. Ta-ta. I'll be in touch. End of call. So, what's my thoughts on the calls? Well, as you heard yourself, the police are outright taking the piss, really. I think that the calls were completely unnecessary. I mean, let's think about this for a minute. Essex police are in the middle of a huge triple murder investigation, which for some officers is undoubtedly, you know, the biggest cases of their career. It's the biggest case of their career. Now, the police have plenty of money, resources. They were even based in a newly built police station, for goodness sake. And they resort to, in my eyes, such pathetic tactics, trying to get Micheal Steele to confess over the phone. I mean, it's just laughable. Set the picture in your mind. 3 men executed in cold blood down a lonely country lane. No DNA, no fingerprints, no trace evidence of any sort to link anybody to the crime. The executions carried out with mind-blowing precision, and the killer evidently casually closed the door and turned off the ignition, but still no evidence. Nothing. The killer clearly had his head screwed on. Now, the police suspect Micheal Steele, and they have all this knowledge, and they think that he's just going to confess to some dodgy people he's never heard of in his life, calling them up, harassing him. I mean, like I said, it's pathetic, just ridiculous. And as I said, the conduct of the old Bill regarding these calls, the police regarding these calls, came close to criminality and was at the very least harassment. Finally, I also think that Micheal Steele handled himself really well, considering the stress he was under with these calls, and I take my hat off to him, really. I mean, he even suspected it could potentially be police as well, which shows just how on the ball the guy really was. As mentioned earlier, if you haven't heard it, I'll play the audio of Micheal Steele and one of the officers at the end of this video. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and any of the comments is always really appreciated. Take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.
I mean, you're, did he win it?